you were asking about the difference between 504 and IEP, and these are really just based on legalities. That's where the IEP Individualized Education Program comes from, and that's where the Section 504 comes from. They're both kind of legal implications for how special education is laid out. So for 504, this is a legal plan, but it doesn't include services. So a 504 plan is typically accommodations, which are changes in the way that learning is presented or maybe the environment. They're things like preferred seating. So, if your child does best sitting right in front of the teacher, then they get that preferred seating of sitting in the front of the teacher. Some of them, they need to stand up. So they need to sit in the back of the room so they can stand up and fidget and do what they need to do, right? So that's something called an accommodation, and those can be implemented in a 504. This is not the same as special education. These are most often implemented by counselors or a 504 coordinator that has no training in special education. There were so many times where I was pulled in, they're like, we don't know what accommodations to do, but this parent requested a 504. Can you come to the meeting? And I'm like, yeah, sure. Like I can help problem solve for you, right? And come up with things that we might want to try. But that gets reviewed yearly, and it's just kind of a list of accommodations. That general education teacher is the one who's keeping track of those accommodations and implementing them. So just make sure that if you do have a 504, everybody understands what it is, just like that preferred seating example. Okay, well, what does preferred seating mean for them? Like, are we going to try it out and see what works? Or do we already know they need to be up front, they need to be in the back, what have you? So just make sure that everybody really understands what that accommodation is meaning. And then with the IEP, now we're saying, okay, they're eligible under one of the 13 categories laid out by federal law, and they actually need special education services to access their education. So yes, they still get accommodations. We still get to talk about that preferred seating, small group testing, whatever they need to access their education. But in addition, we're saying, well, they need a really structured plan, and that requires services, and we're going to keep track of their learning through goals, and we're really going to pay attention to what is working and what isn't, and really keep a close eye on, are they making progress? Are they keeping up with the grade level standards from there?
I think the way you